And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. I appreciate you guys joining us on Amazon Live, whether you're tuning in on your desktop, your laptop, or your phone. We're really excited about today's guest. We have Aissatou Balde joining us today. She's the author of a brand new book, literally out today on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for you guys there. It's Daddies and Daughters Stick Together. She's one of the co-authors. We're going to talk about the other co-author as well. If you guys are joining us on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or YouTube, we welcome you all to our program. The chat is open and live, so feel free to be able to drop in your comments and questions for us to. Also, if you guys are joining us on the Amazon Live platform, again, we welcome you. You'll notice there's a follow button either in this corner or down below. There you can be able to follow us for our programming here 7 days a week here on Amazon Live. We are celebrating our first year here on the Amazon Live platform, bringing you guys great guests like Aissatou. So definitely feel free to be able to follow us to stay connected. Also, down below, you will notice Aisatou's book, and we definitely want you guys to get it. Of course, we know crucial is the first week of publication. Today is the actual pub day if you guys are joining us live. So we definitely want you guys to show your support. But Aissatou, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Cyrus. Thank you.
So I was when I was prepping for this segment, one of the things I saw was the video of you opening up the box before release and showing your audience this book. How does it feel now to be able to share Daddies and Daughters Stick Together with the world?
It feels amazing, honestly. It's been 2 years in the making, and there's been a lot of changes throughout the process. However, I'm super happy with the final product, the images, the book. It's literally my vision came to life, and I
Yeah,
couldn't be more excited.
yeah. This book is such a fun book, and I want to shout out our mutual friend Don Hardy of Dream Relations PR for connecting us together also too. Because when she first told me about the book, the thing that I love about the book is the fact of togetherness, right? We
Right.
need more of that right now. But I definitely in the family and the fact that the main characters are able to have both of their parents there in the home, but also having them working together. How important was that message for you? Even though it's a fun book to be able to read, how important was that message of you, the family working together toward a common good?
It's extremely important because I think there needs to be balance in order for family to work and for
Mm,
moms as well, not to always be super exhausted. As a mom, you need assistance. And there's this thing in society where a lot of the parenting responsibility seems to be falling to the mom, or there's expectations
mhm.
for moms to do so much more of the parenting when it comes to the household, when in reality, I feel like whenever both mom and dad are working together, the process is just easier. Like you said, there's family togetherness. And I think it's very important for kids to grow up in that environment and learn that working with someone else is better than having to do it by yourself.
Hmm. Yeah. Also, too, I think family and togetherness is so much a big part of your brand, even outside of being a co-author of the book. Another thing that I noticed when I was prepping for the segment, I watched some of your YouTube videos, and so I so I was able to see some of the cooking also that you were able to do. What has this been like for you to be able to kind of to let people into your own life, and to be able to show them how they can make things a little less complicated?
Honestly, it's always felt very natural for me to share so much of myself because I tend to share what's actually happening with me as it goes. So I'm not really, nothing is being polished, so people can really see into my reality. Like, I'm sharing my reality, so that's very important to me. And another message that's really important with all of this is just showing people how I'm able to juggle things, because I get asked a lot of time I get this question: how do you do it all? And if
Mm.
I'm being honest, I don't. I have my husband who's extremely supportive, who's extremely hands-on. Therefore, I'm able to do everything I want to do because I have his support.
Yeah. And that support definitely comes through even in daddies and daughters stick together in the way that we I think this book also helps us also too to be able to rethink what are seen as the roles, right? Because and we can talk around some of that a little bit later, but I love that fact too that I mean what we see happening in this book is not like and I've seen this in other books and I'm sure you have too. where the dad kind of seems out of sorts, not knowing what to do. He doesn't know, where where this is or where that is or how to navigate that. We don't see that in Daddies and Daughters Stick Together. We see that this is something that they understand. Talk about that as far as a family, because I mean, I know this book is for children, right? But I
Yes.
think there's such a great message there for adults too about the importance of kind of being a tag team, right, for the family.
Right. I think so. We're both working parents, and as a
Mhm.
working mom who has a two businesses at this point on the side, like I'm tired, like I get tired. So for me, it's like the opposite. You see how you just said their dads where sometimes it seems like they're out of sort because they're not sure what to do. Because I'm not like my husband does all the morning stuff with the girls. Like he wakes up, get the girls ready, give them, they brush their teeth, he makes them breakfast, they eat breakfast. By the time I'm coming downstairs, the only thing I'm doing is to get my oldest daughter in the car so I could drive her to school before I go to work. So whenever he's out of like he's the one who's traveling, I feel a little bit out of sort because that's his thing. Like whenever he's here, 95% of the time he has taken over that job so that in the evenings I also take over. So he has the morning and I have the evening, and we're able to tag team that way, and we have a system that works for us. And and the main thing is it's like not everybody doesn't have to have this specific similar system. However, find a system that works for both of you, and that makes sure that you guys are able to co-parent in a really in a great way, because co-parenting doesn't necessarily always mean, oh, you guys don't live in the same household, or you co-parenting also two people who live in the same household who are married still need to find a good co-parenting system.
Yeah, love that, love that. And I think too the different aspects too that let the kids know, that they're involved in the process. I love that too. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you are watching Cyrus Represents here on Amazon Live. It is Pub Day for our guest today. We're excited to welcome Aissatou Balde to our program today. Aissatou is the co-author of this book you guys see there, Daddies and Daughters Stick Together. It's available now on Amazon for you guys joining us on the Amazon Live side. We have it highlighted for you guys over there. If you guys are not joining us on Amazon, you guys can still be able to get the book. We definitely recommend that. There's a link you'll notice with this broadcast, depending on what platform you're watching us on. Feel free to click that. It'll bring you right over to Amazon. I want to talk about something else that was interesting to me in this book. And then I want to definitely talk to you about what it was like for you to see the marriage of the illustrations with your words off the day. But I want to talk. I want to talk about the idea of being able to not just do the day-to-day stuff together, but also being able to do other things together. That meditation, prayer, yoga. How important was that also too to be able to bring that into it?
Honestly, it is very important, because I think when people like, parenting is not just a chore, is not just a chore. So you have to make it fun for yourself. You have to make it fun for the kids, whether it's learning, whether it's yoga. And our kids are into a lot of different extracurricular activities. So even at home, we try to not just have them sit down and watch TV. So we try to have their day structured in a way where it's like we all feel productive at the end of the day, whether that's because we did yoga, there was some quality time between daddies and daughters playing together, or reading a book, or doing a little bit of math. We try to make it not only interactive but productive.
Yeah, love that. So I want to ask you about the two things coming together. You have the story,
Hmm.
but what was it like for you to kind of see the illustrations coming together with the story?
That was probably my favorite part. Nandi, my illustrator, she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. She did an amazing job with all the back and forth. Just being able to see like the characters, I knew that how I wanted the characters to be, and I feel like she perfected them.
Mm,
She was
wow.
able to bring my vision alive.
Yeah. Has it sunk in yet? I mean, running a business, you found success definitely in other aspects of your life also too. Has it now kind of sunk in that you are a published author?
I feel like there are days I actually like, even this morning I woke up and it was just like any day, but then I'm like, it's not. It's pub day. Like I think some days I'm like, wow, like I'm really a published author, but then there are other days where I'm like, I'm not sure. So I'm still wrapping my head around this one.
Right, right. Let's talk about community for a second because you built this really amazing community and tribe around yourself and your brand and your work and your lifestyle. What has that been like for you to have this support? Because going back to the video I mentioned on Instagram, the amount of response you got from that video of you, taking the box, opening the box, showing people the book, what the finished product was going to look like. What has that been like for you to see how people really, have your back?
Yeah, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see that not only have you built a community, I feel like my community actually, is part of the reason why this book is here, because I built a community where people are always very engaging. People are always asking questions, whether that's on parenting or different issues. And then me coming out with this product and everybody's just like, oh my goodness, I have to get a book. This is so great. I can't get it for my husband, or I can't, I can't read it to my children. It's surreal. Like, you realize, the internet is really an amazing place because you build an extended family out of, your online community.
Right. And that is so true. And I think to be able to see people come together around something that is positive, you know, is also great, right? Because we always see the other thing. Is that also what you hope? Because I thought about that too when I was thinking about our conversation together. I'm, a person, I've always tried to use my platform to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, to inform, and to let people know that it's okay for people to work together. It's okay for us to celebrate each other. Do you hope that people look at what you've been able to do and get that same feeling that this is another example of it's okay to show our families in a great light. It's okay to show that we work together not only as a husband and wife, but also as a collective family in order to achieve a goal. Okay, I think we may have lost Aissatou there for a second. We're going to see if we can get her back again. Seemed like it may have frozen up there. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you all are watching Amazon Live. Cyrus Webb presents. Today we're talking with Aissatou Balde. We're talking about this book you guys see, Daddies and Daughters Stick Together. Today is the pub day for Aissatou, who is the co-author of the book. We're going to talk about the other co-author here in a bit because she has a great video on Instagram also about her. We're going to see if we can get Aissatou brought back in here. Again, one of the things that sometimes happen with live broadcasts, you just never know, but we're going to rock with it and see if we can get everything working back. If you guys are just now finding out about the book, we do invite you guys, if you're joining us on Amazon Live, you'll notice either down below or over on the side, you will be able to pick up the book yourself. Just click there to be able to order it the way that I did. And that way you can be able to get it sent directly to you from Amazon. If you guys are not joining us on the Amazon Live side and you're on Facebook, Twitter, you're on LinkedIn, YouTube, don't worry. The link that is with this broadcast will take you right over to Amazon. And that way you can be able to order the book for yourself. Again, we were talking to Aissatou before, had a little tech issue there, just about this experience of being able to write this book and now to be able to literally share it with the world. Also, we were talking about some of the themes of the book as well, which I think are also so important. One, the togetherness between the husband and the wife working together for the family, but also the father being able to work together with the children. We see that kind of come in the book as well. And of course, at the end, what I love about it is the unity, being able to come together, being able to achieve great things, and to be able to find success as a family for sure. If you guys do have any questions for Aissatou, hopefully she'll be able to join us back here in a second. Again, with live broadcast, you never know. As we were just talking about, the internet is a great thing, but anything could also happen. So we're going to hopefully be able to bring Aissatou back on with us to be able to continue our conversation with her. Also, I want you guys to know how you can stay connected with Aissatou as well. We're going to let you guys know to be able to find her on social media. I referenced that earlier, as well, of course, to keep up with the other great work that she is doing as well. There she is. Going to go ahead and bring her back in. Aissatou.
Hey, I'm sorry. My connection went out.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I was just kind of recapping for those who are with us here. I'm not sure if you heard the last question, Aissatou, but I'll just kind of repeat it there. I'm just about being able to show people through a project like this that it's okay to spread light, positivity, togetherness, Is that something you also hope people take away from this project?
Always. I think one thing I'm very just like you with everything I create, with the community that I have outside of this book and everything I do, I try to keep it positive. Like I'm a
Mhm.
very positive person and I want people to always see the good side of things. So even with this project coming out, that was the goal as well, for people to see the positive aspect. Parenting is hard. It's not an easy job. However, there are positive moments. Like you can make the best out of every situation, and that's exactly what I hope everyone would take from this book as well.
Now, also too, we're giving you a lot of shine, and rightly so. However, anyone who follows you on Instagram know that you are only one of the authors of this book. You have a co-author. Talk to us about your co-author and what it was like for you to work with her on this project.
My co-author is my 6-year-old daughter, Jari. She is the main character in the book, and she's definitely a character in real life. She actually came up with the title of the book.
Mm,
Uh, the, the whole what before I even thought about writing this book. We were just hanging out one time. My daughters are extremely close to their dad, and I just love watching their relationship. We were just all hanging out, and my husband got up to go to the kitchen, and she said, "But wait, Daddy, why are you leaving me behind? Daddies and daughters stick together."
wow.
And that there's a light that went off in my head, and I
Mm,
just wrote it down in my notes.
love it.
So I wrote it down in my notes, and then I was like, "We're gonna write a book about daddies and daughters stick together."
Yeah.
And then my daughter has been part of this whole process. She's super excited. She's been taking the book at school. She's having teachers ask me to come and read the book to the students.
Mm,
So proud.
yeah.
But she's a very smart girl. She works hard. She's currently learning Spanish. She's reading in Spanish as well, so she's doing really great. But she's just as excited as me when it comes to, and she did a lot of hard work when it comes to the book as well.
Love that. Love that. So, I think, as we are having a conversation like this, I should let people know. We know by the end of the book, there is going to be more. Are you already kind of, bustling with ideas of where you want to be able to take the series next?
Yes. Before this book was even done, I had started thinking about what the next book in the series is, because I do want to keep this not only a series but a conversation. This book is not just, yes, it's a book that I want everybody to read. It's a feel good book, but it's also a lot about parenting and like Black fatherhood, and how much I personally believe that they deserve a lot of applause, because there are a lot of, like, I know a lot of amazing Black fathers who are very active, who are very hands-on in their children's lives, and it's not always what we hear when we hear Black fathers.
Hmm. Yeah, love that. And I think too, as a conversation piece, I know one of the things that I mentioned Don earlier of Dream Relations PR. One of the things she told me, you have other things that are going to be going on too. Talk to us about some of the things you're doing around the book, Aissatou.
So we are doing a Father's Day. We're currently working on a Father's Day campaign where I would like to hear more from like other fathers, what it means to be a father to them. Like, what does it mean to them? Fathers who have very close relationship with their kids, and also we have some merchandising that I'm working on as well, such as puzzles that families can do together. Because again, bringing that togetherness, activities that the whole family can partake in, that can keep them focused and spending time together, away from their phones, away from TV, that they could just work with as a team.
Love that. Love that. So, I mean, a whole another brand kind of coming out of this whole thing, and that is what is so great. Again, everyone, Aissatou Balde is our guest. We're discussing her book, her first children's book, Daddies and Daughters Stick Together. You guys can see it there. For those joining us on the Amazon Live side, if you guys, we have it featured right now for you guys. Whether you're watching us live or the replay, all you have to do is click on the book. You can be able to order your own copy of it, and definitely make sure you guys are sharing it with your friends. It's a great book. It's entertaining. And I love the messaging for sure. The messaging really got me also too. So definitely pass it on to your daughter from me. I really like the fact that, for one, of course, being able to show the dads getting in there, getting their hands involved, doing hair. you know, the struggle can be real, but but being active and not shying away from those things, right?
Right.
And then I think the other last thing I'll mention here, not being afraid to show your affection, not being afraid to show your emotion,
Right.
and knowing what that can mean too, because children are watching, and they pick up on those things, for
Absolutely.
sure. So also too, we want to let you kind of have the floor here. Let our audience know how can they stay connected with you and kind of keep up with the updates on everything.
So you can stay connected with me via the daddiesanddaughtersco.com website. You could buy the book on Amazon. You can also follow us on Instagram. You can follow Daddies and Daughters Co. on Instagram. You can follow my my community on Tails and Turbans on Instagram as well.
hmm Yeah. Well, congratulations to you again. Thank you so much again for spending part of your pub day with us. We really appreciate it, and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to chatting with you in the future again. Thank you again so much for having me.
Look, I want to share this one comment from Earl joining us on episode live set. He says, "My wife won't let me anywhere near my three daughters' hair."
That's the struggle.
And Tina over on the Facebook side, Tina, hello to you. Good to see you. Tina says, "Yes, children are watching," and that's why again these conversations are so important, also too. And I'm so glad that you could join us for this. Thank you so much, and continued success to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you, you as well. And we thank you all for watching this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents. If you guys came in late, you missed part of the live broadcast with Aissatou, don't worry. You guys can catch the replay over here on Amazon Live. Also, we want to remind you, if you're not doing so already, make sure you guys give us a follow. The follow button is either over here in this corner or down below. Feel free to stay connected with us here on Amazon Live. We have programming 7 days a week. If you guys are joining us on the other platforms, make sure you guys are following us over there on Amazon as well. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you all for watching Cyrus Webb Presents. You all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon.